And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Watertown High School tonight. We're in eastern Wilson County for this matchup between the Livingston Academy Wildcats and the Purple Tigers of Watertown High School. Craig Cantor along with Mike Johnson with you for the call of the matchup tonight. Non-region matchup for these two schools, but pretty good history between these two. And Watertown's had some pretty good success against Livingston Academy, haven't they, Mike?
Yeah, you would think, since we haven't played them since the 80s, that this is a team that we rarely ever play. But actually, the history between Livingston Academy and Watertown goes all the way back to the 30s.
And the captains getting ready to meet out the center of the field. Captains for Watertown are number 8, Kwame Say. Number 23, that is Garner Cresswell. Number 12, the quarterback for Watertown is Caden West. And number 44, Nash Clemens. For Livingston Academy, it's number 1, Carson Parrott. Number 6, Brody Coffey. Number 88, Logan Johnson. And
number 88, Logan Johnson.
And the fourth one for the Wildcats.
For your Purple Tiger, number 8, Kwame C.
As he is
number
behind
12,
one of the
Caden West.
Watertown Purple Tigers. We'll get that. Livingston dressed in the road white, the white jerseys, the blue football pants, the white helmets. Watertown in the all purple, the white numbers, the white football helmets. You started to say about the history of the rivalry between these two. Like we talked about, we haven't played them in a long time, but there for a while, played them pretty often.
Yeah, 60s, 70s, and 80s, Livingston and Watertown met pretty regularly. And this will be the 20th all-time meeting between these two schools. And Livingston has, they lost that first game they played against Watertown way back in the 30s, and that kind of set the tone. Livingston's had all kinds of trouble with the Purple Tigers. They've only won 5 of the 19 games they've played against Watertown.
Well, you look at this field, this reminds you of kind of old school football with this Bermuda. This field is completely dead after the frost the other night. This is just, you don't see this too often anymore, but great looking field, but just without the green grass, it kind of looked kind of strange tonight, doesn't it?
Yeah, great facility here. First time I've ever been to their football stadium, and got a track around it, which is something, we've tried to get at Livingston Academy High School, but unable to do that yet.
Livingston Academy has won the toss. They have deferred to the second half, so Watertown will be receiving the football to start the game tonight. They run a one-back set. We were watching them warm-ups. They run a one-back set, 3 wide receivers. Looks like they like to throw the football quite a bit, but we'll have to wait and see if they want to throw or run it more than they normally do. It looks like the other captain for Livingston, number 18, Adrian Jenkins, I think the 4th captain for Livingston Academy. As the captains shake hands again, we'll try to make sure of who that is. That's number 2. Number 12, Lachlan Hammock is the other one out there for the Wildcats. So it's Hammock out there for Livingston Academy. The purple smoke that they're going to run through coming out here onto the field for the Purple Tigers as they line up out there. That's pretty neat. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah.
Like that, as they have that coming down through there.
A lot of kids dressed in pink for Watertown. Must be some kind of pink out, maybe some kind of cancer awareness night here for the Purple Tigers.
Livingston Academy in Watertown, this week 10 actually, game 9 for these two teams. Livingston comes in 0-8. Watertown comes in 3-5. They have played a couple of region opponents or region mates that Livingston has. They played DeKalb County and Upperman. Haven't had much success, but played pretty well against DeKalb County.
Yeah, kept it close, and so that's a team that Livingston had a lot of trouble with.
Right now they come onto the field. Let's take a break right here before we get things started. We'll come back. We'll get this game underway from Watertown in just a moment.
Close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Watertown going to drop deep. Number 3, Logan Farless, and number 13, Cameron West, deep to receive the opening kick for tonight's game, as they'll be moving toward the scoreboard end of the field here. If you're familiar with the Watertown High School campus, we're directly across the parking lot from the gym. If you've come down here for basketball games, directly across the parking lot.
Reynolds and Farless back deep for
And it's kind of like the new Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. The home stands across the field from the parking lot. So that's something that you're kind of seeing more and more, it seems like, around this area.
Yeah, we kind of did some
Dylan Watson set the kick
guesstimation that the sun probably sets behind where the home stand is now. So that's probably the reason, just like we did at the Tom Davis Memorial Stadium, switching the sides.
Dylan Watson, the kickoff for Livingston Academy. Happy to have you with us wherever you're watching on Overton Events on the YouTube page, on their home page of Overton Events, on the Overton County News website, on Facebook, or on Twin Lakes TV channel 951. Watson kicks this one away. It'll kick up in the air at the 11, picked up there by Watertown. Big hole to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. Cuts it inside at the 45. Can they chase him down? They'll run him down at the 25-yard line. Good hustle there by Livingston Academy. On the tackle for the Wildcats is number 10, Braden Story, bringing down number 8, Kwame C., number 3 on the return. That was Logan Farless, and that you can't ask for a better start if you're Watertown. Great return and just good hustle by Story to catch him from behind.
Yeah, helped out Watson, slowed him down just enough so that Story could catch up to him and prevent him from scoring on the opening kickoff.
1st and 10, Watertown from the Livingston 24-yard line. They'll line up in that one-back set with the quarterback, Caden West. One back behind him. They'll hand off there. They'll run to the left side. Good tackle there by the Livingston defense. Coming in to wrap up that running back on the carry was Nash Clemens.
brought down by Seth
Tackle made by Seth Smith. Going to be a loss of about 3 on the play for Clemens, and they'll back him up behind the chain. So the defense off to a good start on a negative play on 1st down.
Yeah, great penetration there by Smith, and that's what you want to see. You know, get our players in the backfield, mess up their timing.
West gained the play call from the near sideline. Watertown sending the play in by signals from this near side. They've got a couple of wide receivers stacked over here. The second receiver is number 27, Blaze Kinslow, behind Logan Farless. They'll bring a man in motion. They'll hand off on the jet sweep, but he's going to lose yardage. Ball comes loose. Whistle had already blown dead. As that is Geist in there to make the tackle. John Geist wrapping up number 2, Marcus Reynolds, on the jet sweep, and they'll lose more yardage. So after the great kickoff return, back-to-back negative plays by this Livingston defense. That's a loss of 8 on that one on the jet sweep.
Great penetration once again. That's something we haven't seen much out of the Livingston Academy defense this year is, you know, negative plays, but 2 back-to-back. That's great to see. 3rd
down, about 21 for the Tigers offense. They'll take the snap. They'll roll out. Pressure coming. They'll throw on the move. Got a man out there, overthrown and incomplete. Tried to get it to Marcus Reynolds, overthrew him and out of bounds, and tried to thread a very tight window there to try to get it in there. Tough play. They're going to send the field goal unit on, it looks like.
I watched their field goal kicker in warm-ups. He's got a strong leg. There's a really good chance he can make this.
They'll spot it down at the 39-yard line. Will be a 49-yard attempt for number 7, Trey Pack, to attempt the field goal to try to get them on the board. Snap is good. The place is down. The kick is up. This has got a chance. That is going to be no good. Just short, as it falls just short. If that had been from 47, it would have been good. Had it dead on line, but just didn't get there. Just a little bit of a breeze blowing this way may have slowed it down just a little bit.
Like I said, very strong leg by that kicker there. That could come into play later on in the game.
Give the Livingston defense some credit there. That's a big defensive stop for them, coming up to stop Watertown after that big return to get things started. Livingston playing tonight without Jordan Finklin on the offensive line for the Wildcats. We'll see who comes out to replace him. Adrian Jenkins, the quarterback for Livingston Academy, lined up in front of Lachlan Hammock here in this set. Brody Coffey split out as a wide receiver. The handoff will go to Hammock. Hammock Gets through a big hole up the middle. We'll take it up to the 29, up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a 10-yard run and a first down on the first carry of the game for Livingston Academy. They pick up 10. They needed 10. They get the first down for the Wildcats.
Very encouraging signs on both sides of the ball so far for the Wildcats. That's a big hole opened up by that offensive line there.
First and 10, Livingston at the 30-yard line. 9:50 to play here in the first quarter, just underway. First possession for Livingston. Watertown has already had one possession, stopped inside the 25-yard line. Jenkins will take the snap. He'll hand off to Hammock again, running up the middle. Short gain this time as he'll take it up near the 32-yard line before he's brought down by C.J. Potter on the tackle for Watertown. But Livingston trying to establish the run early, and that's something this team would love to do, to be able to run the football against this Watertown 4-3 defense.
And that's a gain of 2, but that's really the worst play from scrimmage Livingston's had on either side of the ball so far tonight.
And still a positive gain for the Wildcats. They'll split 3 wide receivers to the far side. Josh Ramsey, who was injured in week 2 with a broken collarbone, he's back in there for the Wildcats, returning after that injury. Good to see him back for Livingston Academy. Standing linebacker on this near side, blitz coming. Jenkins in trouble. He'll roll away from it. Adrian wanting to throw. Now we'll try to run, and he'll gain a yard, maybe 2, before he's tackled out of bounds by Kwame C. on the tackle for Watertown. Will be a gain of 2 for Adrian Jenkins, staying up to the 34-yard line. Good job avoiding the blitz, gain away, and avoiding the sack for the freshman quarterback.
And now you got a 3rd and long situation here, probably an obvious passing down. You know, it's something we haven't seen Jenkins in much this year.
Now 3rd and 6 against the entire first-team defense for Watertown. Again, they're in a 4-3. The outside linebacker over on this near side, he's been standing up on the first few plays on defense. Does so again here. 2 linebackers in the middle, and Whistle's going to stop play, and Livingston's going to take a timeout. With this timeout, we'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wascott Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance Agency, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, W&O Construction, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Farmers Insurance Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Livingston Dairy Queen, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Midstate Construction, and the Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands. We also want to invite you to go over and view the Dale Hollow Eagle Cam. It's at DaleHollowEagleCam.com, or it's on YouTube at Dale Hollow Eagle Cam. Go follow that. It's a very interesting thing to go see. We invite you to go and be part of that. Go to their YouTube channel, watch them. Obie and River, the 2 Eagles, they should be having the eggs laid here pretty soon. That's always something interesting to watch, isn't it, Mike?
It's nature at its best right there. You got the bald eagle, symbol of America.
And right here in the upper Cumberland area is Jenkins ready to run this play on 3rd down and 6. Blitz coming from the outside. Jenkins will try to run for it, and he'll be tripped up for a loss. Sack on the play by Kwame C. There to tackle him for a 2-yard loss and force Livingston into a 4th down, and the Wildcats will have to punt.
And Jenkins is quarterback now. He's going to drop back and be the punter.
It's always a chance right there for not that this is the situation to do it, but it's a good possibility to be able to fake if you want to with the quarterback there as the punter.
Especially if they don't cover, all your outside gunners.
Watertown only 1 man deep. They may be coming after this one. Jenkins will get it away. Takes a Livingston bounce, picked up on the hop at the 30, and going to be brought down right there as it was number 3 on the return, Logan Farless, tackled by Caden Weitzel for the Wildcats. And a short return going to put them at the 32-yard line, set up 1st and 10 for Watertown. And their offense, they're not doing so well so far. Negative 11 yards for Watertown on their first drive. So that defense by Livingston, they had the week off, and they're pretty fired up, aren't they?
Absolutely. And Jenkins' punt covers about almost 40 yards on that punt. So, flipped the field pretty well and got them backed up in their own territory.
Officials out there talking about something here as they Finally get the referee down to this end of the field.
It must be a penalty.
Penalty against Watertown. Post-possession foul, though. 15-yard penalty. Didn't see a signal. Here we go. Going to be a personal foul against Watertown, so they back them up 15 yards. Not sure what that was, but they move them back. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from all the way back at the 16-yard line.
It's hard to say on that. Could be something the kid said or.
West takes the snap, hands off to Clemens. Clemens short gain in the middle before he's wrapped up by Livingston Academy. This defense playing the run pretty well here in this first quarter, as it will be Lachlan Hammock there to make the tackle, a 1-yard gain. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage, so no gain again for Nash Clemens.
Once again, great defensive effort there as Hammock and Geist in there to make that tackle.
2nd and 10 for the Purple Tigers here at home as they line it up. Gave the play from the near side. Still plenty of time on the play clock at 9. West takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. No, he gives it to Clemens. Clemens running off the right side will move the pile forward up across the 20 to about the 21-yard line. Short gain on the play. Pickup of about 4 will set them down in third. No, it's going to be a gain of about 6 on the play for Clemens. And it'll be a 3rd down and 4 now for the Watertown offense. A play where they have the option of run or pass after the 6-yard gain.
Hammock in there again to make that tackle. He's been all over the place so far tonight.
3rd down and 4 for Watertown. 3 wide receivers come to this near side. They'll run that way on a Wildcat here. As quarterback able to break a tackle, but he's going to be short of the 1st down as West going to be tripped up on this near side by Brody Coffey there to make the stop. A 2-yard gain for West and a 4th and 2 for Watertown. And they'll bring the punt team on 4th and 2 here at the 25-yard line. So
again, good defensive pressure. Livingston in the backfield messing it up, just unable to make that tackle as they had him in the backfield.
Trey Pack, the punter, as well as the kicker. Carson Parrott, deep to receive for Livingston. We're halfway through the first quarter here in Watertown with no scores. Watertown hustles the lineman on late. They've got to hurry. Play clock at 2 now. They get the snap away. Punt from Pack, a high punt. Parrott settles under it. Now backing up to the 35-yard line. They'll return it to the left side and tackle the 40 to the 42 and a penalty marker down over at the 39. Thrown in the area where it's going to be a block in the back against Livingston, you would think, so it's going to back them up 10 more yards and a long field for the Wildcats.
Every time you see that penalty flag come in on a return, that's almost always what the call is, illegal block.
It's got to where it's very difficult to get a return touchdown, isn't it? In any level of football, high school, pros, college, it just limits you so much. No, it's against Watertown.
Well, I'd have lost some money on that one.
A personal foul on Watertown. Or maybe an illegal block on where it's a 10-yard step off. I didn't really understand the signal that he gave.
I've ever seen a call for the illegal block against the kicking team.
And the Watertown coaching staff is wanting to talk about it.
Timeout, Watertown.
I'd say that's a timeout to say, ref, come over here and tell me what just happened.
I think that's exactly what the timeout is for. They've sent the side judge over to talk to the referee. I'd say that the coach of Watertown has asked them to go out and get an explanation for him, and now he's going out there to ask for the explanation. Whatever it was, he's not happy with it, it doesn't look like, but it's going to stand. And I didn't really understand the signal they gave. It was kind of a...
It looked like it was an illegal block, and he called it against Watertown. I just don't...
And while we're watching our live events here, let's take a moment. I sure don't know how you call it. It would be hard to see, and referees, you never know. First and 10, Livingston. They'll take it. It'll move the football into Watertown territory down to the Purple Tiger 48. They show blitz. He's offsides if they throw the flag. Handoff goes to Hammock. He'll gain a yard and be tackled right at the 46-yard line. West, he was coming on the blitz on this near side. He was a good half yard behind the football, wasn't he?
Yeah, they no flag on that play, though. So maybe that was a makeup call for that illegal block.
That could have been, as he was trying to guess the snap count and missed, but got away with it. He was right in front of me as I was looking just right down the line of scrimmage. I think the Watertown coaching staff saying the same thing. Well, they wouldn't be complaining about that. They're on the official about something here. Trips over to the right side for Livingston Academy. Jenkins takes the snap. Little bubble screen here to Coffey. In the backfield, Coffey in some trouble. Able to get around one defender and take it for a pretty good gain before the tackle is made by Kwame C. on the tackle for Watertown. But it will set up a 3rd down and 4 now for Livingston after a 5-yard gain on the reception by Brody Coffey.
3rd and 4 on this side of the field. You'd think you got 2 downs to pick up this first down. So this could be a run or pass here.
They run it from the hash mark on the right side. Hughes coming wide to the right. They've got a fullback in the backfield. The tight end moves there in Logan Johnson. Couple of wide receivers in a bunch formation on the far side. Quick handoff to Hammock. He's met right in the hole, and he'll lose yardage. Oh, that's a good blitz right there by number 27, Blaze Kinslow, coming untouched up the middle to meet Hammock right in the hole and tackle him for a loss of 3 and set up a 4th and long.
And that loss of 3 moves that to 4th and 7. So it looks like now they're gonna punt the ball away and say they're still in plus territory here, but as well as your defense have been playing, why not punt the ball away?
Try to pin them deep as Logan Farless backs up to receive the punt from Adrian Jenkins. Farless at the 10-yard line. Jenkins pops this one straight in the air. It'll take a Livingston roll, though, a good Livingston roll inside the 20. Down to about the 18-yard line. Jenkins just kind of had to do that, as coming right up the middle was Garner Cresswell. If he punts that normally, Cresswell got a block, and that was a good job by Jenkins to avoid getting that block, just kind of popping it more straight up into the air.
And that's a couple times this year we've had some punting issues. That's probably something that the Watertown coaches have seen on film, and it looks like Livingston has done something to correct that with that quick kick.
Watertown going to change the running back as Blaze Kinslow will come in to replace Nash Clemens for the Purple Tigers. They're going to send 3 receivers over this near side. Man-to-man coverage over here for the Wildcats. 7 men in the box for Livingston, as they also have a wide receiver to the far side. Handoff will go to Kinslow, looking for room. Breaks one tackle, but can't get away from the second line of defense there for the Wildcats. Seth Smith there on top of the play. Getting up off the bottom of the pile is going to be Gage Hoffman, and a gain of a couple for Kinslow to set up a 2nd and 8.
So still great defense through the middle there for Livingston Academy. Is they still in negative yardage?
Yes, still -3 for them, as they have gained some yardage, but still not up to the positive side yet, as Kinslow tries to bounce it outside. He'll get a 1st down, the first down of the game for the Purple Tigers up to the 30-yard line. Got a bad spot on this near side. If they go with that, he may not have got it, but they will go with the one on the other side. He'll gain about 7, and we have 1st and down for the Tigers with 2:40 to play in the first quarter.
And again, it looked like Livingston got a hand on him in the backfield, but just unable to bring him down.
So Kinslow a little more speed. Clemens more of the power back for Watertown. West will take the snap. Fakes to Kinslow. He'll try to keep it, but there's nowhere to go on that tackle. I think that's John Geist there to wrap him up for Livingston Academy.
Looked like a busted play to me as he tried to hand it off, but he handed it off to the running back's backside, and it just popped back to the quarterback. He just had to keep it and run.
And you see a little frustration there on Caden West as he gets the play from the near sideline. Going to be a loss of a couple on the play, as that's his 2nd carry for 0 yards now after that loss. pistol formation here with a tight end to the left side, snap a little low. They'll hand it off to a new running back, taking it off the right side. He'll pick up about 10, getting the football up to the 39-yard line, where it will be spotted down as they brought a much smaller running back in there. That's number 2, I think it is, running the football.
Number 8.
Number 8. That is Kwame C. with the carry as he'll pick up about 10 to set him up with a 3rd down and 2.
You know, big down here. If they can hold them, they can get the ball back with decent field position, you would think.
We approach a minute to play here in the first quarter. West ready to take the snap. They bring a man in motion from right to left, set him up as an H-back on the left side. West going to run behind him. He'll go straight up the middle, bounces off the tackle by Hammock, slides forward to pick up the 1st down. The hit brought him down, but he's able to spin away from it and move forward to gain 4 and pick up the 1st down and move the chains for Watertown.
Yeah, back-to-back 1st downs now for Watertown. They seem to be getting a little momentum here.
Probably the last play of the first quarter as the clock runs with 40 seconds to play. Play clock with 22 seconds. They don't have to be in any hurry to get this one away. West with C to his left. Trip receivers over to this near side. Looks like they may be setting up for a bubble screen. They wanted that, but Livingston kind of took it away. And the Wildcats are going to tackle West for a loss as Livingston in there to wrap him up. Jordan Geist there on the stop. Loss of a couple on the play, and I think that will be the last play of the first quarter here in Watertown as they look over here. The clock runs with 5 seconds. They're not in any hurry, so they'll switch ends of the field, and we've played a quarter here in Watertown. It is Watertown 0, Livingston Academy 0. We'll be back and get the second quarter started in just a moment. Live events here. Let's take a moment to ask you to do a little something for us if you don't mind. We would love to have you subscribe to our YouTube page. Just click on the YouTube icon at the lower right hand corner. Once you click on that, that will pull up the YouTube page and it will pull up a subscribe button. It will be red. Just click that subscribe button. Won't cost you anything to subscribe. Never will cost you anything to subscribe. That's just a vote of confidence, vote of support for our page to help us continue to grow and to help us continue to be able to bring you these live streams of different events here on Overton Events. We'd appreciate it if you go subscribe. Thank you in advance for doing so, and we are really grateful that you're watching our Overton Events channel. We move now to the second quarter. Scoreless tie here in Watertown. Purple Tigers have it 2nd and 12 from the 41-yard line, their own 41-yard line. If you're a Livingston fan, you've got to be happy with the way the Wildcats played in that first quarter. Looked pretty good on both sides of the football against Watertown.
Yeah, great defensive effort. They've gave up a couple of first downs here recently, but still Watertown hasn't crossed the 50-yard line tonight.
Clemens back in the backfield. West going to take the snap. He's rolling to his left. He'll throw on the move. High throw, incomplete. Tried to get it over there to C on that far side. Threw it over his head and out of bounds. We talked about the release of West in the warm-ups as we were watching him out there. It's a release that you just don't see very often at all.
Yeah, it's not something I would say he's been coached to do. That's just his natural motion, which seems to be a little bit on the sidearm side of the – and it kind of inaccurate on that throw.
He's 0 for 2 to open up. 3rd down and long for the Watertown offense. 3rd and 12 as they get the play call from this near side. Ready to run the play now. They won't get the play away. They did. They didn't throw the flag. West trying to run. Gets outside. Turns it up at the 40 to the 45. Stiff arm at the 50. But run out of bounds there by Lachlan Hammock. And he'll be short of the 1st down. He'll gain about 9. But it's going to be a 4th and 3 now for Watertown.
And they're going to send the punting unit out. So great hold there for the Wildcat defense once again.
Well, this is a spot that you might think they might try for this 1st down here, but they're playing a little field position as they're more confident in their defense right now, looks like. So Pack coming back out to punt. Trey Pack to punt this one away for the Purple Tigers. Carson Parrott deep to receive.
Oh.
Snap high. Pack gets to it with a one hand. Now he'll try to run. Livingston's going to tackle him. for the loss. That's number 44 back there for the Wildcats. That is Drew Goolsby there to wrap him up. And it's going to be a loss all the way back to the 37. The Wildcats will take over after that 14-yard tackle on the punt by Goolsby.
Great play on special teams there. You know, the high snap threw off the timing, and, looked like he still had time to get some kind of punt away, but just chose to try to run it there. So you take that if you're a Wildcat fan.
So a big play by the Livingston special teams will set them up with a short field, 1st and 10 at the Watertown 38-yard line. Jenkins, the quarterback, with Hammock behind him. 3 receivers go to the right side. Jenkins takes the snap, throws down the middle. Pass caught by Parrott at the 18. Takes it ahead to the 15-yard line. Is going to be brought down there by Watertown. Will be a gain of 24 on the play. Second completion of the night for Adrian Jenkins, and Carson Parrott makes his first catch to pick up the first down of this second quarter for Livingston Academy.
That was a nice throw there by Jenkins, right into traffic. If it had been a high ball, could have been tipped around and intercepted, but that was just right in between the numbers.
1st and 10, Livingston from the 15 as Jenkins in the pistol formation with Hammock behind him. A minute gone in the second quarter. Livingston inside the red zone for the first time in this game. Jenkins takes the snap, has pressure, gets away, throws on the move, going to be caught for a short gain. That's Parrott again, taking it down to the 11-yard line. A pickup of 4 before he's brought down by Watertown's Caden Carter, but Jenkins now stays perfect as he's 3 of 3 after that 4-yard catch by Carson Parrott.
Great catch there by Parrott as now they bring in a jumbo package. Looks like Livingston's going to go with some big boys up front now.
2nd and 6 for the Wildcats. This Wildcat formation. Snap will go to Hammock a little high. Lachlan able to go up and get it and take it inside the 10-yard line. They haven't ran that yet for Livingston Academy as he takes it inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd down 3, so a little Wildcat with Lachlan Hammock taking the snap.
And Jenkins was split out wide. Looks like he's going back out there this time, still going to stay with the Wildcat with Hammock.
3rd down and a long 2. Hammock straight up the middle. He's going to be close. He's going to be brought down by Caden West and C.J. Potter. Depends on the spot. Looks like it's enough for the first down.
Yeah.
Gain of 3, so it'll be a 1st and goal for Livingston from the 6-yard line.
Again, something we hadn't seen, something Watertown wasn't used to, hadn't practiced for. So a new wrinkle thrown in by the Livingston Academy offensive coaching staff.
They get it all the way down to the 5-yard line, they say, where it will be 1st and goal. Hammock lined up behind Jenkins. 9.5 to play in the first half. Livingston looking to take the lead here after they tackle the punter on a punt attempt on 4th and 3. Jenkins to throw, slant pattern, incomplete. A lot of contact before the football got there. The official just looks at it, doesn't throw the flag, and it's going to be incomplete on the first miss of the game for Adrian Jenkins.
Yeah, it's one of those 50-50 calls. Sometimes you get that one, sometimes you don't.
2nd and goal from the 5-yard line for the Wildcats. Ramsey in there is a wide receiver over on the right side, lined up right off the hip of the other wide receiver, Caden Weitzel. Hughes wide to the left. Jenkins hands off to Hammock. Hammock's in for the touchdown. 5-yard run for Lachlan Hammock, and the Wildcats go in front with 9:16 to play in the first quarter.
Excellent job there by Hammock and the offensive line opening up that hole, and Livingston Academy has the lead.
What about the way he hit that hole, too? That was quick off the first step by Lachlan Hammock, just able to get there before the defense was ready and take it in, and now Watson to attempt the extra point to try to make it a 7-0 game here. Snap good, places down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 9:16 to play in the second quarter, it is Livingston Academy 7, Watertown 0. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Midstate Construction, Exit Realty, Bullseye Security, Hall Funeral Home, Livingston Dairy Queen, Maynard's Automotive, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, First Church, E.B. Gray Jewelry, R&M Family Pharmacy, W&O Construction, Overton County News, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Livingston Family Healthcare, Willow Grove Marina, Wascon Incorporated, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, and Livingston Regional Hospital. All the old coaches used to always talk, Mike, you've got to have all three phases of the game working to get a win. So far, Livingston's had that. The offense has played pretty well. The defense has played really well. Special teams has made a big play to set this up. So right now, Livingston's looking pretty good in this first half.
Absolutely. So they still haven't put the extra point up on the scoreboard. I assumed that was good.
I thought it was good.
Watson set to kick it off. West and Reynolds back deep.
Maybe it wasn't. I thought they raised their hands, didn't they?
It looked like they raised them to me.
We'll wait and see if they change it. Dylan Watson to kick. It may only be a 6-0 game. They may have signaled no good.
Kick looked good to me from my vantage point. Of course, I'm not standing under the goalposts. There it goes. There it goes.
I thought they'd raise their arms. Watson, line drive right in the middle of the field. It'll take a hop, and it'll be fielded by West to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. Still on his feet at midfield to the 45. Going to be brought down by Story, and that's a couple of big tackles by Braden Story on kickoff returns to keep them from scoring touchdowns. And he has been a huge factor in this first half for Livingston Academy on special teams.
Yeah, he's saved a 14-point swing in this game so far. Kept 2 touchdowns off the board with those tackles.
Watertown changing things up, though, as they had Caden West back to return that one. And we talked about him in the warm-ups about he may be more of a running quarterback than a throwing quarterback, and he showed his running ability right there. Handoff goes to Clemens, looking for a hole, finds one on the right side, just powering his way down to the 35-yard line before he is slung down by the Wildcats defense. Lachlan Hammock there to knock him down, but not before a 6-yard gain by Nash Clemens.
And, Livingston's already been in this position once tonight where they led a big kickoff return and they held, so you hope they can find that magic again.
2nd and 4 for the Watertown offense from the Livingston 34-yard line. Wildcats 5-3 defense, man-to-man on the wide receivers. Handoff goes to Clemens, runs into one of his blockers, and is going to be tripped up on a good defensive stop. That's Hammock getting up off the bottom of the pile again. But Clemens, that might have had a chance to go a long way, but he ran into the back of one of those offensive linemen, Grayton Key, and he's a little slow getting up.
Yeah, shoestring tackle there by Hammock, or that big number 44 might still be rumbling down the sideline.
Gain of a yard to set up a 3rd and 3 for the Watertown offense. Clemens is a bruiser, isn't he? He looks every bit of probably 6'2", 270. Fakes left, goes right. He'll come back this way. He'll meet Hammock again there in the hole, but he'll dive forward. I think he may have a first down. Deacon Allred there as well, but it will be a gain of 3, and that's all he needed. And looks like he's going to move the chains for the first down, and they will signal first down Watertown.
Official indicates result of the play is a Wilson Bacon Trust.
And now they come out with the speed back into the lineup, that little number 8.
They'll split him out as a wide receiver over on the far side. They keep in the backfield Blaze Kinslow back there for Watertown.
And, once again, they've got that trips receivers over there. At some point in time tonight, they're going to use that.
Here it goes, little bubble screen. That might have been a backward pass. It's caught over on the far side. Short gain on the play. Reynolds making the catch for Watertown before he's brought down over there by Seth Smith on the play.
That backwards pass could also be a double pass at some point in time tonight too.
Marcus Reynolds, number 2, making the catch for a gain of 4. First completion of the night for Watertown. They've got 2nd and 6 now from the Livingston 26. Low snap. West had to go down and get it. He's going to be sacked. Once he looked up, John Geist was waiting for him there for the Wildcats, along with a couple of his friends, to wrap up Caden West for a loss all the way back to the 30-yard line to set up a 3rd and 10 will be a loss of 4.
I believe that was both of the guys were meeting each other at the quarterback there on that play.
3rd and 10 for the Watertown offense. So again, a negative play created by this Livingston defense. We're halfway through the second quarter with Livingston leading 7-0 here in Watertown. West again, the snap low, has pressure. He's in trouble. West, that slipped out of his hand. Is that a fumble? Let's wait and see. The officials haven't signaled anything. They're going to say that's a fumble, and it's going to be spotted at the 48-yard line.
What a loss.
From the 29 all the way back to the 48. That's
19.
a loss of 19 on that play. It's going to be a fumble, just popped out of his hands. And now they're in some deep trouble again with a 4th down and long, and they'll have to punt it away. And the last punt for Watertown didn't go that way.
And that's again twice tonight. Livingston Academies gave up a big kickoff return, but the defense have held. And
Livingston wasn't ready there. They'll take a timeout with 5:56 to play in the second quarter. It's Livingston Academy 7, Watertown 0. We'll be back to Watertown in just a moment.
Close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care, close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Love for you to go subscribe to us and help us grow our page. We get to 1,000 subscribers. That will reach the goal that YouTube makes for each subscriber. We'd appreciate your help in doing so. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe to our channel. Never will cost you anything. Just go. You saw the video there of how to subscribe. Just go and help us out if you enjoy seeing the coverage of Livingston Academy sports and other happenings from around the Overton County area. The snap is good this time. Pack will get it away. The high punt. Parrott will settle under at the 8. Makes a man miss at the 10. Cuts it back. Now we'll try to stay on this side of the field. We'll return it up to about the 17 for about a 9-yard return by Carson Parrott. But Pack, after that earlier one that he didn't punt away, he got away a good one there. A high hanging punt, but Parrott, pretty good return out of it.
yeah, about 40 yards on that kick. So that's a good weapon to have when you can get a punt away like that. But
Livingston with the football at the 17-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats offense. Adrian Jenkins back out for Livingston Academy. Ramsey and Johnson going wide to the right. Hughes and Parrott coming wide to the left. Hammock behind Jenkins. The handoff will go to Hammock off the right side. He's hitting the backfield, but spun forward for a gain of a couple. And if you're a defensive coach, you love the tackle, but you hate that they spun him forward because that gains a couple of yards for the Livingston Academy running back when it could have been a loss on the play.
yeah, you want him to plant that shoulder right in his chest and knock him back a couple of yards.
Gain up to the 20-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 8 now for the Wildcats offense. In that 4 wide receiver set, 2 going to each side. The slot receiver on this near side, the defensive back is about 14 yards off him right now. That could be a pretty good place to go with the football. Jenkins takes the snap, looks that way, now has some pressure, rolls this way. Jenkins directing traffic, throws it as far as he can. Hughes is down there, it's intercepted. Picked off by Watertown at the 39-yard line. There to make the interception, number 23, Garner Cresswell, with the pick for Watertown. Double coverage, the ball high in the air. That gave the second defender a chance to get over there.
Yeah, and that result is almost just like a punt as far as he threw that ball.
Possession at the 39-yard line.
Freshman let it rip, didn't he? He just threw that as far as he could go. Tried to get the athlete Hughes in a jump ball situation, but a second defender came over and cut in front of him, and Cresswell able to come up with the interception. And Watertown has their first big play of the game, a turnover at the 39-yard line. Low snap again. West going to run with it. Bounces outside to the 45 to midfield, lowers the shoulder, and picks up a first down. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Gain of 17 on the play before he's pushed out of bounds by Lachlan Hammock again.
That's probably their biggest play from scrimmage tonight right there, isn't it?
I think so for them. Yep, looks like it. And, of course, we don't keep defensive stats, but Lachlan Hammock's had a ton of tackles in this first half, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
Caden West with his team inside Livingston territory again. Will take the snap. It's to his right. One-handed grab off the snap. West breaks the tackle at the 40. Takes it across the 40 down to the 35 where he's pushed out of bounds by Caden Watzel. It'll be about a yard short of the first down, a gain of 9, and that's a good play. Just able to reach out and stab that one with the right hand and pull it in to avoid another big negative play for Watertown.
Yeah, and broke a couple of tackles there. He's a big old boy. It's not going to just bring him down with an arm tackle.
2nd and 1 for the Watertown offense. They've got that trip formation again on the left side. They stack them up over on that far side. 5-man front. West will take the snap. Wants to run. Goes straight up the middle. Has the first down. John Geist there to wrap him up again, but not before he picks up 5 yards and a first down for Watertown, moving the football down to the 30-yard line.
I seem to have found something here with the quarterback draws. That's been 3 straight plays for him.
4th first down of the first half for Watertown. 4:20 to play in the first half. Livingston leading Watertown 7-0. Kinslow in the backfield with West. Also back there is C. They'll hand off to C. C, quick move at the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Broke a tackle at the 7. Takes it in to score from 30 yards out. Kwame C with the 30-yard touchdown to get Watertown on the board. And he broke a couple of tackles to get there.
A great run by him there. And, low center of gravity. He's just hard to bring down.
4:01 to play in the second quarter. When Watertown gets on the board, they've got a chance to tie it here with the extra point coming from Trey Pack out of the hold of Peyton Laws for Watertown. Snap is good. Place is down. Kick is up. He booms that one all the way near the flagpole down there. So with 4:01 to play in the first half, it is Livingston Academy 7, Watertown 7. Again, we invite you to go to our YouTube page, subscribe to Overton Events. They'll tell you that coming up, if you're watching us live here tonight, coming up tomorrow night on the 22nd, it's a huge night for the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats soccer team coming up tomorrow night. They've got the sectional tournament at Livingston, 6 o'clock tomorrow night. You can see it right here on Overton Events and on Twin Lakes Television Channel 951. They'll be hosting Signal Mountain in a big matchup. Livingston winning 4-0 over Anderson County last night. Signal Mountain beat last night by East Hamilton by a score of 3-0. And if you look at that, you think, well, they got shut out. But East Hamilton, if you held them to 3 goals, that tells me you're pretty good. So it's going to be a good matchup tomorrow night, I think, between 2 very good soccer teams at Livingston Academy.
Yeah, I believe Signal Mountain hosted that game against East Hamilton last night. So
East Hamilton, I don't know if they may have just lost 1 game. Everybody's talking about them being just the team to beat in this. I think it was East Hamilton they were talking about last night. I haven't checked into that. I was listening to some of the coaches talking about it there last night. Pack. Little onside kick attempt here, a little bloop kick. It is loose. Ball is still loose. They scramble for it at the 35-yard line. And who has come up with it? No signal yet. Watertown says they have it. The officials haven't said anything. This official got to make a call over here. You're the one in the middle of it. You've got to make the call. They finally point toward Watertown. That may be the most indecision I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I think the white hat come over and said, make a call, buddy.
I think so.
That's a live ball. Whenever it's kicked, you got to be ready for that. Livingston was just caught sleeping there.
You remember Coach Jimmy Maynard when he was at Smith County and Cookville? He loved to do that. Coach Bruce Lamb at Livingston Academy, he loved to do that. Just put it in an open spot, try to outrun the receiving team, and that's what Watertown was able to do.
So need a big response here for the Livingston Academy, and they need to stop.
Watertown taking a chance, trying to capitalize here late in the second quarter. Livingston will get the football to start the second half. West will take the snap. With the lead back, he'll take it off the left side inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Going to be a gain of 6 on the play for the quarterback, Caden West. And like you said, they found something there with that quarterback running the football.
Yeah, he's like I say, he's a big guy, and he's hitting the hole hard. It seems to be like he's felt some of those hits here in the last couple times. He's bending over like he's got a little bit of a knock.
11 carries, 25 yards in the first half for Caden West. 2nd and 4 here. They'll hand off to C. C bounces outside. Going to be close to another first down. Looks like he's going to be a little bit short of that first down. A gain of about 3. We'll set up a 3rd and 1 now for Watertown.
Made by Seth Smith.
Seth Smith on the tackle again for Livingston Academy. C now 3 carries, 41 yards to lead them in rushing. Clock runs with 3 minutes to play in the first half.
And 3rd and short here, and they're kind of in no man's land, which they kicked a long field goal a while ago, but might go for it here.
Kinslow in the backfield now. West going to run behind him. West tries to bounce it outside, steps through a tackle to the 20, to the 15, stiff arm at the 10, inside the 5, spun out of bounds at the 2-yard line as he'll take it from the 27 down to the 2. Tackle made there by Jordan Geist for Livingston Academy, but 1st and goal for the Watertown offense from the 2-yard line after a 25-yard run by Caden West.
Yeah, Geist saved the touchdown there as he knocked him out of bounds just inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal, Purple Tigers with 2:37 to play in the first half. They split 3 receivers to the left side again. Kinslow in the backfield. Whistle stop play before the snap.
Flag on the play.
It'll be a false start against Watertown. Well, if you're the Watertown sideline, you're not happy with that. You've got it 1st and goal from the 2-yard line, then just a false start's going to back you up to the 7. That changes a whole lot of things.
And there was no doubt who was getting the ball on that call, too, as quarterback was ready to run.
West has been pretty successful for the Watertown Tigers in this second quarter, 50 yards, but 48 of it in the second quarter for Caden West. Kinslow to his left. West will take the snap. He's going to go right behind Kinslow across the 5, and he's down to the 4-yard line where they'll spot him down. Gain of about 3. Gage Hoffman on the stop.
They got those trips receivers to the left. On that play, Livingston only had 2 defenders over their cover, and they got a 3rd one coming out now. And Watertown either didn't know or didn't care on that play.
2nd and goal from the 4 for the Watertown offense. West hit in the backfield. He'll take it forward for a gain of a yard. That's the power that he has, just able to continue that momentum driving forward. He'll take it down to the 3 and gain a yard and set up a 3rd and goal. Tackle made by Lachlan Hammond.
That's the first time since the first quarter Livingston's made a penetration into the backfield there, and it was successful.
3rd down and goal, possibly 2 downs to pick up this touchdown for Watertown. They send 2 wide receivers over to that far side now. So Jake Hughes comes back in to play defense. They'll hand it off to C. C met in the hole, and he's not going to make it. He'll be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. No gain for Kwame C, and they'll send the field goal unit on.
No hesitation. When you got a kicker with a leg like they've got, why not bring it in there and get the points on the board?
Chance to take the lead here as the clock runs with 1:18 to play in the first half. Trey Pack, 0 for 1, missed from 49 yards by about 1.5 yards. Now a much closer one, a 20-yard attempt. This one's on the way, and this one's good from the hash mark on the right side. So 10 unanswered by Watertown. Moves them in front now, 10-7 over Livingston Academy, and that's a tough angle for that field goal from Pack. He was at the 3-yard line is where the line of scrimmage was. It was spotted down at the 10, and that tough angle, he had to kind of take a little chip shot on the golf course to kind of get that one to go the right way and go through the uprights.
He's got an excellent leg. He could probably be playing football in the next level as good as he is at kicking.
Yeah, I think that's his role instead of as the punter for Watertown, as they have scored 10 unanswered. 10 quick points for Watertown after going for that onside kick modified version of the onside kick. I don't know if you can really call it a true onside kick, kind of just a pooch kick. But the receiving team tried to get to it, and they were able to do so. So now let's see how Livingston responds with 1:06 to play in the first half. They will get the football to start the second half. You don't want to make any mistakes here and give Watertown a chance to add something before halftime. Got to close up this big hole that they left open the last time over here on the near side. Pack from the hash mark on the near side. Has this one teed up. He's going to do it again. Pops it up in the air. John Geist will catch it at the 45, and he's going to be hammered there. What about the big man right there, Mike Johnson? He saw a chance to return a kick, and he thought, I'm going to get to run the ball here once. But Watertown didn't let him get started and make the stop, but he did get a good catch on that pooch kick again by Watertown.
You know, something the coaches could mention, if you have the presence of mind to call a fair catch there and they hit you, that should be a penalty on Watertown.
You're asking a lot from a lineman. Not saying they can't do it, but just get control, I think.
Yeah, sure. That's what you want first. You definitely want to catch the ball first before you do anything else. But
Hammock in the backfield in the pistol formation behind Adrian Jenkins. Jenkins will take the snap. Four-man rush. They have pressure. Jenkins in trouble. Steps away from it. Now being chased, rolling to his right. Jenkins cocks to throw, but he's going to be sacked for a loss on the play by Watertown.
And the ball came free, but they're calling him down.
Four-man rush. They got pressure on him. He's able to get out of the pocket and try to outrun the Watertown defense, but nobody open downfield, so a loss of 3 on the play. Going to set up a 2nd and 13 now for Livingston Academy.
Yeah, I'd say Livingston, if they'd have had a positive play on that first down, they might have tried to stop the clock and hurry, but now, just let it bleed it out and go to halftime.
Lachlan Hammock behind Jenkins. 22 seconds to play in the first half. Jenkins letting the play clock run down as low as he can. He'll take the snap. They want to throw. He's in trouble. He's lost the football. Watertown's picked it up. Watertown with a chance of a scoop and score at the end of the first half, and they'll take it in. They'll score the touchdown. Will Watertown, as they get the recovery and take it in for the touchdown. We talked about it. 17 unanswered now for the Purple Tigers. I didn't see the number of the one that picked that one up to take it in, but the second turnover of the half for Livingston Academy. Watertown capitalizes on it with 5 seconds to play in the first half. They extend their lead to 16-0.
I know you say you could call holding on every play, but there was a blatant hold on the Livingston Academy player who had a chance to stop that touchdown.
Extra point by Pack is good. So with 5 seconds to play in the first half, Watertown has now scored 17 unanswered to move their lead to 10 at 17-7 here at home against Livingston Academy. Well, we haven't talked about it much, but this season, what about the weather for football this season? Has it ever been a week 10 where we're in the mid-50s on top of the roof here at the Watertown press box, and it feels just like you're sitting in your living room? It's just a pleasant night, and it has been all season long. Maybe that one hot night against Cookville just a little bit, but every night seems almost perfect weather for football.
Yeah, knock on wood. We just got one more to go, and hopefully it's as good as this one.
They're saying back 80s next week, so hopefully it'll be even better. Trey Pack to kick off here for Watertown. Let's see if they try to pooch it again for the Wildcats. And another thing, you were talking about that fair catch. If they fair catch it, you can attempt a field goal from that point, can't you? If you an unblocked, a free kick, really, for a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Pack will kick this one away. He booms this one into the end zone.
Wow.
And that just shows you the difference. When he wants to kick it deep, he just crushed that one 5 yards deep in the end zone. So Livingston will have it at the 20-yard line. One snap before they go to the locker room. And I would think it would be just a handoff to Lachlan Hammock to end the first half. Maybe even a kneel down here to end the first half. Watertown scoring an offensive touchdown, then a field goal, then a defensive scoop and score on a strip sack by the Watertown defense to get the score to put them ahead by 10, 17-7. Jenkins at quarterback for Livingston. Jenkins hands off to Hammock. Hammock off the left side across the 20 up to the 21, maybe the 22-yard line. Gain of 2, and that will end the first half. At halftime, it is Watertown 17, Livingston Academy 7. We'll be back to Watertown for the second half.
Close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care, close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
live events here. Let's take a moment to ask you to do a little something for us, if you don't mind. We would love to have you subscribe to our YouTube page. Just click on the YouTube icon at the lower right-hand corner. Once you click on that, that will pull up the YouTube page, and it will pull up a subscribe button. It will be red. Just click that subscribe button. Won't cost you anything to subscribe. Never will cost you anything to subscribe. That's just a vote of confidence, vote of support for our page to help us continue to grow and to help us continue to be able to bring you these live streams of different events here on Overton Events. We'd appreciate it if you go subscribe. Thank you in advance for doing so, and we are really grateful that you're watching our Overton Events channel. as we get ready to start the second half with Watertown rolling at the end of that second quarter. They scored 17 points. The touchdown return on the scoop and score was by Blaze Kinslow, 43 yards for Kinslow, taking that in to score the touchdown. I know Mac McLeod's back watching. Want to know who that is. So, Mac, buddy, that's for you right there. Blaze Kinslow with the touchdown return. Trey Pack to kick off to start the second half here for Watertown. And
Livingston's got a lot of defenders up close, returners up close here.
Caden Weitzel and Jake Hughes back deep. They will try to hit that spot on the other side. That's a tough one. Weitzel will get to it and will get control of it for Livingston Academy. So that's what they're trying to do. They're just trying to find that open spot where they can drop it and try to outrun Livingston getting to it, and Caden Weitzel able to take care of that one.
Yeah, and if that ball hits the ground, you have no idea which way it's going to bounce. And, ball can do funny things. So it's a good play.
It's like they always said, it ain't round and the ground ain't level like a basketball floor. It just you never know where it's going to bounce. And Livingston has possession now, 1st and 10. Going to have to answer back after being punched hard by Watertown there late in the second quarter. Adrian Jenkins still in at quarterback for the Wildcats. Bunch formation to the left. They'll try to run that way with Lachlan Hammock. Finds a hole, spins at the 35 up to the 38-yard line. Pretty good run on first down for Lachlan. A gain of 6 will set up second down and 4.
A good first play. As, the Livingston coaches had to say, we got to come out. We got to answer right here to get back in this ball game.
Hammock, pretty good night running the football. He's up to 33 yards rushing on the night for the Wildcats. 2 wide receivers come wide to the left, 1 to the right for the freshman Adrian Jenkins. Jenkins, long count, takes the snap, hands off to Hammock. Hammock hitting the backfield, wrapped up in the backfield. Good combo tackle there by Watertown as a player had him by the ankles, just holding him up. Couldn't bring him down, but the rest of the defense got there, and Hammock's going to lose a yard on that run.
As good defensive, penetration by the Watertown line there, just blew up that play.
Look at them. They're not very big, but they are very quick off the ball. Watertown just explodes when that football is snapped. Do those defensive linemen. They're in a 4-2 right now. 2 deep safeties on 3rd down and 4 for the Watertown defense. They walk a linebacker up to blitz. They have pressure. Jenkins rolls away from it. Jenkins now trying to buy time. Throws on the move. Intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Returned to the 40. To the 35 and brought down at the 32-yard line. There's a penalty marker down back at the 26-yard line. It's going to be roughing the passer against Watertown, so this one's coming back.
And that's a hard thing for a quarterback to do, is when you're running, against the grain, as they say, and try to throw that ball. It's you'll make mistakes like that, but penalty marker saves them on this play.
Caden Carter, the player that got the pick for Watertown, very upset that it's not going to stand. They'll throw the flag back at the 26-yard line. Going to be 15 yards from that spot, and that will be enough for the first down. Actually, 15 yards from the previous line of scrimmage. That'll move it all the way down to the 47-yard line for the first down of the second half for Livingston Academy. So a break right there for the Wildcats, avoiding their 3rd turnover of the game.
Yeah, big break, and now you're in plus territory here, and need a score. Need to get back in the game with a score.
Wildcat scrimmage right in the middle of the field there on that purple W here in eastern Wilson County. Handoff goes to Hammock. Hammock hitting the backfield. Hammock brought down in the backfield. Good stop there, one-on-one by the Watertown defensive lineman as Chase McConnell there to wrap him up for a loss of a couple on the play. That's what I talked about. That speed off the ball got McConnell in the backfield.
Yeah, several plays this opening drive. Watertown's just blown up the play, in the backfield there. So Livingston's got to make some kind of adjustment to counteract that.
2nd and 12 for Livingston from the Watertown 49-yard line. Pistol again, trips to the left side for the Wildcats offense. Jenkins takes the snap, throws over the middle, that's picked off. C with it, C to the 40. C trying to pick up a block, cuts it back inside, and he'll be brought down at the 22 as Kwame C with the interception takes it down to the 22-yard line. Jenkins on the move. Didn't see him coming over from his safety spot, and C just slides in to get the pick.
Yeah, just some of those growing pains as a freshman quarterback there. Just didn't see the defensive back.
Third turnover of the night for the Wildcats. 2 in the first quarter, 1 a scoop and score by Blaze Kinslow with 5 seconds to play in the first half that gave them the 10-point lead. They try to add to that after a turnover here in the third quarter. Livingston shows blitz. Here they come. They throw complete on the near side. Going to be a short gain on the play, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Goes Marcus Reynolds for Watertown before he's brought down, but Livingston just selling out. They have seen Watertown run the football. They've just brought everybody up in the box, daring them to throw it right now.
Yeah, and, they almost had the sack there, almost blew up that play, but he's able to get it off. And, again, we've talked about that unconventional throwing style of that quarterback. You want to make him try to throw the ball.
No gain on the play by Watertown as they get the play call in. They're very patient, is Watertown. Play clock at 3 right now. They've got to hurry. They take the snap at 1. Blitz coming. West gets away from it. West in the open field to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Caden West from 24 yards out for Watertown.
And, blitz came to the right side, and the quarterback shot the hole to the left side. No defender there, and just, outrun everybody to the end zone.
Yeah, they just kind of lull you to sleep a little bit, don't they? They get up to the line of scrimmage, and they just let that play clock run all the way down, making that defense wait. And West able to take that one for the score, and now Pack will attempt the extra point. He'll knock it through. 24 unanswered for Watertown as they take a 24-7 lead with 8:31 to play in the third quarter. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Livingston Dairy Queen, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Midstate Construction, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, W&O Construction, Overton County News, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Livingston Family Healthcare, Willow Grove Marina, Wascon Incorporated, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, and Livingston Regional Hospital sponsoring tonight's game here on Overton Events. Thank you to our sponsors for making it possible for us to bring these events to our viewers. As Trey Pack to kick off with his team leading big now 24-7. Livingston's pulled everybody up to the 25-yard line trying to take away that little pooch kick by Watertown. So Pack may just really boom this one, and he does. High kick. That's going to be trouble if it stays in the field of play, but it does not as it will bounce in the end zone. That's what's scary when you pull everybody up that far. If he drops it back inside the 10, if they was to be able to get down there, there'd be real problems.
Yeah, if that ball dies inside the 5-yard line, that's trouble for the Wildcats.
Goes into the end zone, though, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Wildcats. Turnover on their first possession of the second half. Hughes coming wide to the left. That bunch formation of receivers over on the right side for Livingston Academy. Power formation there for the Wildcats with the tight end moved in the backfield behind the right guard. Jenkins will hand off to Hammock trying to run that way, but not much of a gain, a pickup of about a yard on the run by Lachlan Hammock.
Yeah, just tough sledding inside the tackle box there. It's just, crowded. A lot of purple shirts in there.
Lachlan now 31 yards and the only score of the night for Livingston Academy. But it's 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats from the 21-yard line. Remind you, coming up on Monday on the 24th, we'll have elementary school basketball for you on Overton Events. Rickman traveling down to Hillham to play in our opening coverage of elementary school basketball. Livingston moving a receiver to the other side, and penalty markers down, and the play clock is run out.
Flag on the play.
A little confusion, gained the play in from the sideline.
Indicates delay of game against Livingston.
That's another one of those growing pains as a young quarterback. You got to keep that eye on that play clock.
Delay of the game backs them back to the 16-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 14 for Livingston Academy. Wildcats looking to try to get back into this one after Watertown has gotten on a roll here late in the first half and into this third quarter. Handoff goes to Hammock. Hammock bounces outside, but can't get free. He might have gained a yard on that run. Short gain, going to be a 3rd and 13 now for the Livingston offense.
Yeah, and new quarterback in the starting role this game. He's had a couple of bad plays go against him. Do they put it in his hands right here and see if he can make a big play?
3rd and 13. They have it on the hash mark on the left side. They'll send Hughes to the wide side, working the wide side of the field. That's the strong hand of Jenkins if he tries to roll that way, as they have Hughes in man-to-man coverage. Now the safety walking over there. Watertown delayed blitz. They're going to throw it that way. That's up in the air, up for grabs, and intercepted. Overthrown and intercepted by Watertown over on the far side at the 37-yard line, and the Purple Tigers will take over right there.
Yeah, the defender just out-jumped the wide receiver for Livingston on that one and just came down with it. Kind of a jump ball situation. You just hope your player for Livingston can go up and, out-jump the defender, but unable to on that one.
Turnover number 4 in the game, turnover number 2 in the second half. We played 5:29 in the third quarter and already 2 turnovers by the Livingston offense. And it's 1st and 10 Watertown from the Wildcat 37-yard line. Watertown looking to add to a 17-point advantage here. They bring a man in motion. They'll hand it to him on the jet sweep. Hitting the backfield, bounces away from one tackler. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more, as the tackle made right there by Jake Hughes for Livingston Academy, along with Gage Hoffman down there, but no gain on the jet sweep by Watertown's Marcus Reynolds.
Good pursuit there by the Livingston defense. They got a penalty marker down deep in the backfield for Livingston.
There's going to be a personal foul against Watertown. So that's 15 yards against the Purple Tigers. And it'll back them up back to their side of the field. So what is that signal there that he's going to the chest? I don't know what that signal is.
I'm not certain either.
He's done that 2 or 3 times, and that's what's had me confused. I don't know what he's signaling when he does that. Caden West at quarterback for Watertown. Throws over on the near side. Caught there by Reynolds. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. No more on that play as the tackle made over here by Brody Coffey for Livingston Academy.
That's a couple times they've tried that play tonight, and Livingston stuffed it each time. So you kind of might worry that they're going to try something a little extra with that play here soon, like a double pass or something.
Yeah, the first catch of the night by Reynolds was good for 4 yards. Since then, he's caught 2 for 0 yards. West wanting to run, has a hole on the left side, takes it up to midfield as he'll gain about 3.
Caden West keeps the ball.
Gain to midfield. He's having a pretty good night running the football. 80 yards and a touchdown for the Watertown quarterback.
Brings up a 4th down and about 22 to go.
4th and long for Watertown, so they'll bring Trey Pack into punt with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. So a good stop there by the Livingston defense, aided by that penalty against Watertown. Livingston getting Colin Weitzel out there on the special teams late. Snap is good. Punt is away, angling to the near side. Parrott says get away from it. It'll take a big Watertown roll inside the 10. They try to wave it on down, and it'll roll dead at the 5-yard line. Boy, Trey Pack, 45-yard punt right there. He's had some good ones, but that may be the best one of the night, pinning Livingston down at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, he's a heck of a weapon that they've got on the special teams.
Punting, field goal kicking, kickoffs. He can put the football just about anywhere he wants on kickoffs. So he is a true weapon for Watertown. Purple Tigers 3-5 on the season. Livingston 0-8 on the season. These two teams meeting for the first time since the 1980s. They met last year for the first time since the 1980s as they renewed the series. Play clock at 10 now for Livingston. They'll bring Hughes in motion. No, it's Coffee they'll bring in motion. They'll throw it to him complete on the near side. Spins at the 6-yard line, up across the 10. Ball came out. Watertown says they have it, and they do. Turnover number 3 here in the second half by Livingston Academy, and Watertown will take over at the 16-yard line.
And that was a great play call there by Livingston Academy. And, had enough for a first down, but just, unfortunate that he either got hit or just dropped the ball there. Livingston's had some flashes of doing great things tonight.
That's right behind that medical tent they have here set up on the sideline at Watertown. Couldn't really see what happened when the ball got stripped away from Coffee, but Watertown takes over. They spotted officially at the 15-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. They bring Reynolds in motion, and they had 2 men in motion at the same time. False start against Watertown. Going to back them back up to the 20-yard line. So again, Watertown with issues to put them behind the chains. If they hadn't hurt themselves, they might have had more points on the board here tonight.
Mm.
1st and 15 now from the 20-yard line. Caden West, the junior quarterback for Watertown. Brings Reynolds in motion again. They'll hand it to him. This time he gets the edge. Reynolds cuts it up back to the original line of scrimmage. A little beyond that, a pickup of 7 on the play for Marcus Reynolds before he's brought down by Brody Coffee over on the far side. But it's going to be a 2nd down and 8 now for Watertown.
A good pursuit there by Coffee, and he may have saved a touchdown on that play.
2nd and 8 for the Purple Tigers. They're quickly up to the line of scrimmage. That's what I talked about. They get up there with 30 seconds to go on the play clock, but they'll stand there until it's just about run out and make the defense stand there as well, just really putting the pressure on that defense as they're always ready to snap the football. They bring a man in motion again. West will take the snap. Hands off to Clemens. Clemens will take it off the left side. Will go in untouched from 17 yards out to score the touchdown for Watertown.
Yeah, the motion on that play, that jet sweep motion, I think Livingston might have been leaning that direction, and they go back, counter on that play, and goes in untouched. Good burst by that big back for Watertown.
3:43 to play in the 3rd quarter. Watertown adds 6 more with a chance to make this a 31-7 lead if they can tack on the extra point by Trey Pack. The place is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So 3:43 to play in the 3rd. Watertown 31, Livingston Academy 7. We'll be back to Watertown in just a moment. Live events here. Let's take a moment to ask you to do a little something for us, if you don't mind. We would love to have you subscribe to our YouTube page. Just click on the YouTube icon at the lower right-hand corner. Once you click on that, that will pull up the YouTube page, and it will pull up a subscribe button. It will be red. Just click that subscribe button. Won't cost you anything to subscribe. Never will cost you anything to subscribe. That's just a vote of confidence, vote of support for our page to help us continue to grow and to help us continue to be able to bring you these live streams of different events here on Overton Events. We'd appreciate it if you go subscribe. Thank you in advance for doing so, and we are really grateful that you're watching our Overton Events channel. Pack to kick off for the Purple Tigers here after they have added 14 here in the 3rd quarter. High kick. Story will come and get it at the 11-yard line. Story looks to go across the field, can't do so, and he'll be cut down at the 17. Tried to take it across the field, but Watertown took that away, and Livingston's going to start at their own 17-yard line.
Story on the return, tackle made by Kwame C.
First and 10 Wildcats from the 17. Hash mark on the left side. As Watertown has now scored 31 unanswered. Livingston took a 7-0 lead. And Watertown has rolled off 31 now to extend their lead. Josh Ramsey back in, split out as a wide receiver on the right side. Jenkins waits on the snap, takes the snap, hands off Hammock. Hammock trying to bounce it outside. Will gain a couple of yards, maybe 3 up to the 20-yard line right off that right side. Short gain on first down, and Livingston has a player shaken up.
Tackle made by Bryce Jones and Chase McConnell.
Gain of 3 by Hammock, and the Wildcats player down the field. Looks like a cramp here by one of the Livingston players.
I believe that's Hammock.
That is Lachlan Hammock they're working on out there. He missed a game earlier due to a back injury. Officials taking a moment here to allow the teams to get a water break in here with the injury to Hammock. Livingston had number 7 in as ready to come in to replace Hammock. Jackson Bowles, the backup running back. Lachlan up now for Livingston, as he'll walk off unassisted. Probably see him back after only a play away, I would think, as Bowles coming in for the Wildcats. So it's second down. They say he got 4, 2nd and 6 for Livingston Academy. Johnson and Ramsey come to the left side. Coffey going wide to the right. Livingston a couple of backs in the backfield now with Adrian Jenkins. Haven't seen this set from the Wildcats. No tight end here. Blitz coming off the far side. They'll run it with Parrott out of the backfield, and Carson going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more on his first carry. No gain on the play for Carson Parrott.
Yeah, they had Parrott and Hughes in the backfield, one on each side of the quarterback that time. I believe that's the first time we've seen that this year.
2.5 to play in the third quarter. Third down and 6 for Livingston. They may have gave him a yard on the play. Call it third down and 5 after the run by Parrott. Probably trying to get a little more speed in the backfield with those two. Jenkins with Coffey behind him. It looks like it's Jake Hughes in the backfield for the Wildcats. Jenkins to throw. Jenkins throws far side, caught. That's Coffey over there with the reception for the first down for the Wildcats. No, it's Ramsey on the catch for Livingston Academy. Josh Ramsey making the catch as he
good
comes
to see.
back.
Good to see him back in, get some action after he had that, injury early on in the season.
Yeah, 10-yard catch for Josh Ramsey. And a first down for Livingston, their second first down of the second half. Pushed out of bounds to stop the clock with 2:04 to play in the third quarter. They move the football up to the 32-yard line, where it'll be first and 10. Handoff goes to Hughes, trying the outside. Hughes cuts it upfield at the 40. Hughes to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. Hughes going to be caught from behind at the 30-yard line, as he'll take it from the 32 all the way down to the 30. That's going to be a 38-yard run for Jake Hughes and a first down for Livingston Academy.
Big play there for the Wildcats, as that's Hughes' first carry of the game, and that's probably the longest play from scrimmage for the Wildcats tonight.
I think so, as Hughes picks up 38, moves it all the way down to the Watertown 30-yard line. Clock runs with 1.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Hughes stays in the backfield behind Jenkins.
That's all freshman backfield now. That's Bowles back there.
Jenkins to throw, gets it complete on this near side to Coffey. Pick up of about 4 on the little button hook on the near side as he just makes that quick cut to get open and pick up a short gain.
Brought down by Caden Carter.
Coffee, 3 catches, 15 yards in the game as we move inside a minute to play in the third quarter. Wildcats have it 2nd and 6 from the 26-yard line. Jenkins taking his time. Play clock moving down to 5 seconds. Jenkins takes the snap. Has time, rolling to his left. Now has pressure. He'll overthrow. The wide receiver incomplete. Tried to get to Coffee on this near side. With the pressure, he couldn't connect. It brings up a 3rd down now for the Wildcats.
And that was probably a good decision there by the quarterback. Instead of trying to force something and, maybe have the ball tipped and intercepted, throw it out of bounds, live to fight another day.
Lachlan Hammock checking back in for Livingston Academy. Clock stopped with 30 seconds to play in the third. Coffee and Parrott go wide to the right. Ramsey wide to the left. Johnson, the tight end, in an H-back position on the left side. Hammock back in there behind Jenkins. Jenkins throwing deep in the end zone for Ramsey. He's there. Touchdown, Livingston Academy. Wildcats score it from 26 yards out on the reception by Josh Ramsey. His 2nd catch of the night, this one coming with 23 seconds to play in the third quarter, will get Livingston a little bit closer as it was 31-7, now 31-13 with the extra point coming from Dylan Watson for the Wildcats. Snap's good, places down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So 23 seconds to play in the third. Wildcats with a pretty good drive right there. Keyed by a 38-yard run by Jake Hughes to set them up at the 30-yard line. A couple of plays later, the returning Josh Ramsey catches a touchdown pass for Livingston Academy, and they cut it down to 17, now at 31-14.
That's a great story there. Gets to play his senior year, goes out with an injury early on, has to miss several games, gets to come back late in the year and catch a touchdown pass.
Livingston trying to break the losing streak they've been on for a while. That got them a little bit closer to Watertown. Now let's see if Livingston might have some kind of a trick play on the kickoff here. Dylan Watson to kick for the Wildcats. Watertown's thinking they might have something.
Yeah, they are. They've got a lot of guys up close, don't they?
Yep, they've got 6 on that front line, then 4 right behind them. Only 1 man deep to receive the kick from Watson.
That's not a bad thought. You're late in the game, a couple scores down.
Watson sets it up to kick it off.
They're moving people around, trying to see which way he's going to kick it. They move Nash Clemens over this side, thinking he might come this way with it, but now they scoot everybody up a little bit closer. Watson to kick here. He'll kick it away. Reynolds will
good angle.
Go field it over at the 14. Reynolds now hit and wrapped up quickly by the Livingston cover team over there. So good job by the Wildcats covering that. That was a tough spot as Livingston got a player down. We got a penalty marker down. As I think this is going to be against Watertown. But the Wildcats are players shaken up over there on the far side. Officials discussing the penalty here. It'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct against Livingston Academy and against Watertown, so those penalties will offset. Can't see the number of the players shaken up over there for the Wildcats.
Livingston and Watertown.
Training staff out there with him, the Watertown trainer going across as well to check on him. soccer coming up on the 22nd. Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats hosting Signal Mountain at 6 o'clock for the sectional round of play, trying to make it to the state tournament for only the second time in program history. Livingston went back in 2020. David Sadler, the head coach then, in his, I think his second year, he took Livingston Academy to the state, trying to get back a couple of years later. They've got some athletes on that soccer team.
Yeah, if you haven't heard Taryn Childers' name, tune in on Saturday night, tomorrow night, to see one of the best strikers in the Upper Cumberland.
The record for most goals in the season, 58, held by Kat Nigro back in the mid-2000s. Childers has 49. Her next one will be 50. Only the second player for Livingston Academy to ever have 50 goals. That's Brody Coffey, isn't it? That's shaken up there. Is it Hughes or is it? It is Hughes. Jake Hughes. They're helping off the field. He's not putting any weight on that right leg very much, so that's not a good sign for the Wildcats as Hughes going to leave. Certainly hope it's nothing serious for him.
April 4th of this year, my Black Lab Bailey. Really just building stuff. I thought I'd try.
1st and 10, Watertown. They'll take the snap. West trying to run up the middle. He's going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage and brought down for no gain. That'll probably be the final play of the third quarter, as West will be wrapped up there, and that will end the third. After 3 complete, it is Watertown 31, Livingston Academy 14. We'll be back for the fourth quarter in just a moment. And while we're watching our live events here, let's take a moment to ask you to do a little something for us, if you don't mind. We would love to have you subscribe to our YouTube page. Just click on the YouTube icon at the lower right-hand corner. Once you click on that, that will pull up the YouTube page, and it will pull up a subscribe button. It will be red. Just click that subscribe button. Won't cost you anything to subscribe. Never will cost you anything to subscribe. That's just a vote of confidence, vote of support for our page to help us continue to grow and to help us continue to be able to bring you these live streams of different events here on Overton Events. We'd appreciate it if you go subscribe. Thank you in advance for doing so, and we are really grateful that you're watching our Overton Events channel.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
2nd and 10 for Watertown, and a busted play on this one as Watertown's got a player down cramping up. Also a flag down on the near side.
Flag on the play. Official indicates legal procedure against Watertown.
A false start against Watertown. 5-yard penalty, going to back them up to the 10-yard line. Or it'll be 2nd and 15, but they've got a player down cramping up. I think that's Reynolds for Watertown. They'll help him up. He's going to walk off. C coming out to replace Reynolds on the offensive side of the ball. 2 wide receivers split to the left side for the Purple Tigers. Caden West from the shotgun. Clemens in the backfield with him. West, bad snap, able to get to it, but he's going to be tackled for a loss. Snap to his left, able to knock it down and keep it there with him, but he'll lose yardage all the way back to the 6-yard line.
3 or 4 times tonight they've had some bad snaps just blow up some plays for Watertown there.
Brought down by Goolsby.
Drew Goolsby in there on the tackle for Livingston Academy. Tackled all the way back at the 11-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and 19 now for Watertown. They're pinned deep in their own end. Need a big play here. Haven't had a lot of big plays tonight. Need one here to convert this first down. The Wildcats wanting to come up with a big stop here on 3rd and long. West takes the snap, hands off to Clemens. Clemens at the 5-yard line, going to be wrapped up right there after a gain of a yard, and the Wildcats have done their job on defense to force the punt.
Yeah, good gang tackling there by the interior lineman of the Wildcat defense, and they'll force a punt from the end zone for Watertown here.
Had some trouble on the punt once tonight, did Trey Pack. Livingston would love to get some pressure here to maybe get a block or get something here in the end zone against Watertown. Snap is good. Pack just gets it away. They had some pressure that time. It'll take a little bit of a Watertown roll across the 40 up to the 42-yard line, where it will be Reynolds out there back in the game for Watertown to touch it down, and Livingston will take over 1st and 10, call it the 41-yard line, where the Wildcats will take over on this drive.
Good field position. You know, Livingston, if they could get a quick score here, they'd be back within 10 points. Not outside the realm of possibility.
Stranger things have happened in high school football. The Wildcats trying to battle their way back in. They scored first tonight, led 7-0. And Watertown scored 31 in a row to take a 31-7 lead before the touchdown just a little bit ago by the Wildcats to Josh Ramsey. Cuts it back to 31-14. Jenkins for Livingston. Takes the snap. Jenkins, straight drop. Jenkins throws near side, complete to Coffey at the 36-yard line, where he's going to be wrapped up there and brought down by Caden Carter. Gain of 6 on the play from Jenkins to Coffey.
Tackle made by Caden Carter.
Good shoestring tackle there by the Watertown defender. Coffey might have picked up the first down.
Coffey 4 catches now, 21 yards. Getting the start at wide receiver tonight for the Wildcats. He's been starting at quarterback for Livingston. Call it a 5-yard gain for Livingston, so 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats. The 36-yard line. 3-man front for Watertown. Late blitz coming. Jenkins in trouble. Jenkins throws as he's being tackled, and it's incomplete. Good pressure there by Kinslow to get to him, and as he was being dragged down, he tried to throw it away, and it falls incomplete.
A good presence of mind to get rid of the ball and, not take a sack there, but it's dangerous when you're being pursued and you just try to sling that ball out of there. You never know.
3rd down and 5 for the Wildcats offense from the 36-yard line of Watertown. 2 downs to pick up this first down for Livingston from this spot, you would think. Jenkins takes the snap. Blitz coming again. Jenkins rolls away from it to his right side. Lobs the pass incomplete. Tried to hit Johnson on the near sideline. Just overthrown on the run by Jenkins, and the incompletion's going to set up a 4th down.
He had him open too, just too far outside and out of bounds.
Brings up a 4th and 5 for Livingston.
Yes.
4th
Scoreboard.
down 5 for the Wildcats.
Scoreboard still says 3rd quarter, but we are in the 4th quarter.
Watertown shows blitz. Here they come from the outside. Jenkins rolls away from it. He's got Johnson complete for the first down, and a touchdown-saving tackle by Kwame C. will bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 9 to Logan Johnson on his first catch of the night.
Caught him in stride, and just, that one arm out there messed up got his feet tangled up. He could have been running to the end zone there.
Well-designed play there by Livingston Academy. That little drag route from the tight end coming across the field to the side that the quarterback was rolling to gets them a first down at the 27. That 2 running back formation in the backfield with Jenkins. Jenkins will take the snap. Jenkins wants to throw. Jenkins, everybody's covered downfield, trying to buy time. It's knocked out of his hand and incomplete as they knocked it forward. Again, that late pressure got to Jenkins and forces the incomplete pass.
Yeah, that two-back set in the backfield is a wheel route is something you'd like to see them run on one of those plays. You know, just get that running back to run out towards the sideline. You see that play run a lot in the college and pros, and they're always open.
2nd and 10 for Livingston from the Watertown 27-yard line. Ramsey, Johnson, and Weitzel come out to the wide side of the field, the right side. Coffey working the left side of the field. Jenkins looking toward Coffey. He'll roll to his left. Throws incomplete. That one underthrown and incomplete, and probably a good thing if it's thrown on the numbers. Watertown had jumped the route and had a chance at an interception.
Ethan Owen on coverage.
So, yeah, good decision. He threw it kind of into the ground there just to make sure nobody caught that ball and have another chance at it here.
3rd and 10 now for the Wildcats offense. Watertown's defense has already forced 5 turnovers in the game tonight. Jenkins. 2 down linemen this time for Watertown. Quick throw, knocked away and incomplete. Almost picked off by Watertown as C.J. Potter had a chance at that one. Just had it go off his hands and incomplete.
And 4th down, Livingston's got to go for it here.
Yeah, 4th and 10 with 8:15 to play in the 4th quarter. As the Wildcats trying to keep this drive going. Watertown trying to get the football back and burn some clock here in the 4th quarter. Jenkins takes the snap. Pressure coming. Jenkins avoids it. Jenkins rolling to his left. Lobs one down the sideline. Incomplete. Tried to get it to Coffey over on the far side, just over his head and out of his reach. And the Watertown Purple Tigers will take over on defense as they get the 4th down stop and get the football back for their offense.
Purple Tigers will take over possession.
It was a good look there. He had Coffey open, just overshot him just slightly, just fingertips on the ball.
They take over at the 27-yard line, and now we talked about this offense. This is kind of what it's designed for, to be able to run some clock, and that's what they want to try to do here, this Livingston defense, trying to get some negative plays like they've been able to do in this game.
Yeah, their quarterback had a lot of success there in the second quarter, just taking the ball and running. I assume he's going to call his number a couple of times here.
Caden West, the quarterback, but before they snap the football, officials step in to stop play. Not sure what this.
It's official timeout. Oh,
the clock is.
No, we're close.
No, how do you do that?
I don't know.
Put 40 minutes on the clock.
I don't know. It still says 3rd quarter up there too.
Now they're going to have to. I think it was 7:58 is what was on the clock. That play started for Livingston with 8:15, so I wondered how long that play took to run. I took a look back at the clock. It was at 7:58, so that's what they need to put back up there.
Yeah, I don't even know how do you get to 40 minutes. Why would you even punch that in?
I don't know. They may have been trying to put in the 4th quarter.
Possibly. There they go.
They put it at 8:13. It was at 7:58, so Livingston gets 15 seconds out of that trade there with the clock malfunction. Nash Clemens in the backfield once again with Caden West. West takes the snap. He'll keep it. West up the middle of the field, going to pick up a couple of yards on the play before he's brought down by the freshman Jackson Bowles in there at the linebacker spot, but a short gain on the run by the quarterback West.
West with the carry.
Yeah, as you say, you expect to see him call his own number a couple more times here just to keep the ball, keep possession, burn that clock.
2nd and 8 from the 29-yard line for Watertown. Again, they run that methodical offense. Just get to the line of scrimmage, let the play clock wind down. Runs now at 7 seconds before they have to snap it. Blitz coming from Livingston. West going to run against it. West to the 35, to the 40. Has a first down to the 45, all the way up to the 47-yard line. He'll take it on the 18-yard gain on the run by Caden West, and he's over 90 yards rushing now. 96 yards on the night for Watertown, and believe it or not, that's their first down of the second half, coming with 7:12 to play in the fourth quarter.
Livingston sold out there to try to get him tackled in the backfield, and when you miss him, that leaves you exposed, in the second level.
West takes the snap. He'll hand off to a new running back out there for Watertown. He'll take it to midfield where Lachlan Hammock will push back. Caden Carter on the carry for Watertown. Short gain on the play for Carter to set up a second down and 7 as he picks up 3.
Gets it up to the 50-yard line.
Watertown right at midfield with the football, right in the middle of the field. You couldn't place it more perfectly in the middle. I guess it needs to be a couple of yards this way to be right dead center of the football field. Trip receivers going to the right side for Caden West. Play clock at 3. They've got to hurry a little bit now. Just do get it off. West gets a block on the edge. West in the Livingston territory at the 45. Leans forward to the 44, maybe the 43, depends on the spot. And he's close to another first down. Looks like he might be about a yard shy after a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, I believe he's going to have it. Well, now he moved back a yard.
West over 100 yards on the night now with that carry, 101 for the Watertown quarterback. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Watertown in a 3rd and 1, and if you're trying to kill the clock, this is the kind of situation you want. 3rd down and 1 with a chance to pick up the first down and just move the chains and keep the clock running. They'll hand it off. First down up the middle, taking it down to the 40-yard line. It's going to be Caden Carter as he'll pick up 4 and a first down for the Tigers.
Tackle made by Hammock.
One thing this kind of no-huddle offense does here where they just kind of stand at the line of scrimmage is Livingston really can't sub any players on and off the field.
That's a good point. Once you get it started, the 11 you put out there, that's about who has to stay, isn't it? That's a good thought. I hadn't thought about that. Caden West, again, just taking his time out there. Caden Carter, the new running back for Watertown. We're under 5 minutes to play now here in the fourth quarter. West hands off to Carter, straight up the middle. Carter breaks the tackle across the 35, down near the 30. He'll have a first down. Just keeps driving the legs all the way down to the 26-yard line. Carter going to take it. Livingston's got a player down. It's a 15-yard run for Caden Carter, and I think that's Lachlan Hammock shaking up for Livingston.
It is, yes. And good hard running there by their new running back as he took the pile with him for several yards there.
Hammock shaken up. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, W&O Construction, R&M Family Pharmacy, EB Gray Jewelry, First Church, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Livingston Dairy Queen, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Midstate Construction, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberland, Livingston Family Healthcare, Willow Grove Marina, Wascon Incorporated, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, and Livingston Regional Hospital. Training staff out there working with Lachlan Hammock here in this fourth quarter. They're checking on him there at the 37-yard line. Well, we've got an injury. Let's take a timeout here. Watertown 31, Livingston Academy 14, 4:41 to play in the fourth quarters. We're going to be able to keep it here as Lachlan is up now for Livingston. On the walk off, favoring that right leg is Lachlan Hammock. He'll walk off the field under his own power, which is always a good sign. But that defense will miss him in the middle on this 1st and 10 for Watertown from down the 27-yard line, 26-yard line. Now Watertown will be in no hurry to snap the football. They bring a man in motion. Handoff will go to Carter. Carter up the middle. Will take it across the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Gain of 8 for Caden Carter as in this 4th quarter. He's carried 4 times for 30 yards now for Watertown. And he'll set up a 2nd and 2 here.
And Watertown's just doing some ball control. You know, they found that they can just run it 3 or 4 or 5 yards each time and keep that ball, milk that clock.
West takes the snap, hands off to Carter, and John Geist just said, not this time. Geist there to wrap him up for the Wildcats. Loss of a yard on the play, maybe 2, as Geist just came untouched that time to get in the backfield.
Yeah, quickly as I say that, Livingston shows that they're still able to get in the backfield and mess up a play.
John Geist, I don't know how they missed him. He's had a pretty good game defensively. A little swim move there to get him around that left guard, it looked like. West will hand off to Carter. Carter has a 1st down. Carter inside the 10. Carter will score for Watertown. Carter takes it in from 21 yards out to score the touchdown for the Purple Tigers. This one coming with 3:11 to play in the 4th quarter. 37-14 with the extra point coming from Trey Pack for Watertown. Snap behind the holder, gets it down. The kick from Pack is up, and that's a great job right there by Peyton Laws. That one up around his ear hole on the right side, able to reach up over his right shoulder, get it placed down and get it on the ground where Pack needed it to attempt that extra point, and sometimes those folks are overlooked.
Yes.
That's a big play right there by the holder for Watertown to get them that extra point.
Yeah, got to be the most underappreciated position in sports right there is the holder on field goals, extra points. If you mess up, everybody knows what your name is.
That's the thing. That's what happens when you mess up. That's when everybody talks about you. But when you do good things like that, rarely do you get mentioned. But he deserves a mention right there. Remember Brody Johnson for Livingston Academy. I don't know in 4 years that he ever had a bad one that he couldn't handle, do you? Of course, that was with Jarrett Key, too, who, as Brody said, could snap it into a mailbox across the interstate. So that's a pretty good combination right there. Got to get with Brody. Got to get that song he wrote about Livingston Academy football to play for us sometime. That was a great song. You remember that?
I possibly have that somewhere stored away somewhere. So
that'd be great for us to use. I don't think Brody would mind for us to have that on here. Trey Pack to kick off here for Watertown. The line drive kick here will be taken on a hop at the 15-yard line by Weitzel. He's up to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. Spins his way out to the 33-yard line before he's wrapped up there by Tate Atnip for the Purple Tigers. And Livingston will take over with 2:59 to play in the 4th quarter, but Watertown extending that lead back to 24. Watertown, with this win tonight, it looks like they're going to be able to hold on and get the win. They've got a chance against a down Trousdale County team next week to get out of this 2022 season with a 500 record.
Yeah, that's a powerhouse of the Upper Cumberland, Trousdale County, who, has.
Jenkins will hand off to Hammock back in there for the Wildcats. He'll take it up to the 35-yard line. I think they've only got one win this year, don't they?
Yeah, they've had some down times in the last couple of years. We kind of know how that feels like ourselves. So Livingston and Trousdale's had some wars over the years.
Oh, yeah, I remember back in those 2004, 2005 years when the Wildcats were so good. Trousdale County on the schedule when they were so good. And that was just going down the creek bank. It's never easy. 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats offense from the 35-yard line. Jenkins, low snap. He'll hand off to Hammock. Hammock bounces it outside. Laughlin across the 40. Still on his feet. He's going to be close to a first down. Depends on the spot. And it looks like he may have it. Oh, they say the football came out. Watertown's got it. Watertown with a fumble recovery. That's number 27, Blaze Kinslow. His second fumble recovery. Turnover number 6 for Livingston Academy here in the game.
I couldn't see what happened there. He must have, before he went down, lost the football, but we was completely blocked from our vantage point here.
Now Watertown is trying to run out the clock here with the 38-14 lead as they'll bring in number 40, C.J. Potter, into the backfield, joining Caden West for Watertown. Little confusion from the Tigers here with some new people out there. Clock running, play clock is. They've got to hurry to get this started. West takes a look.
Yes.
And they didn't get the play off.
They call timeout or they get a penalty?
Delay a game against Watertown. Going to back them up 5 yards. Back to the 46-yard line. Potter coming back out. Number 81, Chase McConnell, coming in to replace him. West will take the snap. West going to run up the middle to the 45, down to the 44-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play for Caden West, but more importantly for them, that got the clock going, and now it's just whether or not Livingston wants to use their timeouts.
Down at about 12 for Watertown.
Gain of 3, going to set up a 2nd and 12 for the Purple Tigers. Take this down close to a minute when they snap the football here if they want to. West will hand off to Carter, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. That's John Geist again back there to tackle Carter for a 3-yard loss.
Tackle made by John Geist.
Looks like they may just have to snap it one more time. That should be the ball game.
Not in any hurry as wide receiver hustles back for Watertown. We're under 40 seconds now, so anytime they want to snap it, do they want to run it again will be the question. West will take the snap. They will run it with Carter. Carter up the middle, going to pick up short yardage, gain of about 4, but that should be the last play of the game here tonight as Carter going to end up with 52 yards. The coach is going out. They'll walk across the field to shake hands with Livingston Academy, and that will be your final score. Watertown 38, Livingston Academy 14. Thank you to our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. For Tyler Maxwell and Mike Johnson, this is Greg Cantrell